discussing this very interesting question. Who would you marry? Between somebody who has been with you when you had nothing and someone who helped you become something. Who would you marry? Very interesting conversation. And
I was trying to sneeze.
Right, okay. Very interested. Well, anyway.
Yes, go on.
Good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Bless you.
I'm like, thank you.
So I said that I think it's a question of value, and I still hold on to that opinion. I think it's a question of value. Mm-hmm. How is this relationship valuable to me? In measuring value, you can look at it in form of liability and assets. Is this relationship an asset to me, or is it a liability? One of the two.
Yes.
Yeah. What did you conclude?
Okay, so, I don't have a conclusion at the moment because it is a bit tricky.
Yeah.
Do you get? Look, the person that was with you when you had nothing, must have contributed something to your life. I'm looking at it from different point of view. And we are opening the phone lines because we want to hear what you have to say. We're also taking comments. We want to hear what everybody has to say. So if you want to drop your comments, you can drop it via text by the phone line you can see on your screen. You can also call through from wherever it is that you're watching us from. We'll definitely pick up your calls just to hear your views. Or you can drop your comment on any of our social media platforms at High Impact TV and at High Impact TV UK. You just hashtag tea or coffee. You send it via DM so we can get all of your messages now. So back to the question you asked me. It's a very tricky situation. Extremely tricky. Look, if you've been with somebody for a very long time, there's something. So it might not be monetary value, but there might be something that they've done. Now, with the way I'm looking at changing your life, I am seeing it from the monetary and financial aspect. I mean, the most visible change that people will see is probably when you went from grass to grace. You know this transition on Instagram now, where, you put some old pictures together, like, the thing will say, how can you go from this to this to this? Yeah. That's the most visible change that people will see. I mean, probably the person was poor and then this person has money now. Probably the person wasn't looking great. Now this person now looks great. The person now has a car, the person now has a job and all of that. That's the most visible change. But let's not forget that change can also be internal. Yeah. I mean, what if this person was an abuser? Like, I'm always saying this because that's one thing a lot of people don't know, that they can actually be abusers in different ways. Like, a lot of people don't feel like they can be. They feel like abusing necessarily mean beating somebody and all of that. No, you can actually be a bad person to somebody that you're dating and you don't know. So, it's important that we take a look at some of these transferable skills too. Do you get? Yeah. Like, or also look at all this, how do I put this now? Thoughts that this person has put on your life. There's so many things that can actually be valuable. So, I mean, it's that. Back to my standpoint. It's tricky.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I still think that it's still a thing of value. Now, I'm glad that the phone lines are open, and we actually have some comments that we gathered from Instagram to actually, shed more light to, make the conversation a bit more wholesome. So we're taking a look at some views from the net from Instagram. Now, the question again, between the person who stood by you when you had nothing and the one who helped you become somebody, who would you get married to? Now, the first comment we have this morning says, marry whoever loves me. Person will help you up, fit bring you down, and person will stay with you safe, fit see better offer, leave you. Never marry out of pity. Never marry out of pity. Oh, you know what? I think that we are kind of, obviously he's saying something completely different from what I've said this morning. Yes. But that line, never marry out of pity. I think that's
so true.
Yeah, I've realized that some people just marry based on, we've been together for so long.
So that this person will not feel
like,
bad.
you understand?
I've wasted my time with you.
For their conscience, for the sake of their conscience, then they get married to somebody
they don't really like or love.
You know, I think that is quite dangerous.
It is very dangerous. I agree with you.
I think it's quite dangerous emotionally, and it can even get dangerous physically. Because there are times maybe when you're frustrated and you didn't marry this person because you love them anyway. And then, you know, maybe they're getting on your nerves and you lose your cool and you put your hands on that kind of person. There is no excuse for domestic abuse. But these are the kind of things that can lead to domestic abuse, even emotional abuse, because you don't regard this person in the first place anyway. Do you understand?
I understand. All right, so this one says, by the way, I like this Instagram thing. It's so cute.
Yeah.
Like the thing with the hand. Okay. It says, this is from Okongu Bell. And Okongu Bell is saying, what if the person that stood by you did not add any value to your growth? And who says you must marry your helper? You have to weigh both and be truthful to yourself so you don't marry out of pity or sentiment. If you have to marry one, then choose who you love, who loves you too, with the guidance of God's direction, of course. This was what I said from the beginning. Yeah. Why must you marry those that helped you or those that... why?
No, but no.
Why? No, wait, hold on, Ade. Why must you... Why? Because that's why I said this is so Nollywood. Like, you would see a movie where, you know, this lady was poor and then somehow she was running through the streets and then the car almost hit her, or the car hit her, the guy took her to the hospital... And then when the guy takes her to the hospital, he realizes that he's rich, she's poor. And then wait, let me finish the story. He's rich, she's poor, and then where are you living? Oh, the village. Oh, no, I have to change your life. He gives her money to build like our own business. He starts to come every time, and then somehow there's love, and then there's music.
Oh my God, can you stop? Like, you've gone too far.
There's music, and then they get married, and then the boy that she's been with all her life, that has been trying to help all that the way that he could, gets sad and angry, and then he's stalking them and stuff like that. Like, can we stop, please? Okay. Can we stop?
Can you stop?
Okay, fine. I just needed to narrate that story because that's what we see. It doesn't really work like that.
But Bolade, the context of this question is in relationships, not just friendships.
Why are you with the both of them in the first place?
No, now.
Bolade. Tell me, why are you with the both of them?
No, now, as in... First of all, I don't think multiple dating, I don't think there's any, I don't think... Wait. You know, the good book says I should cast many lots. You know.
That is not the context. And then that is your own context.
So I don't know. I think that
I hope you're not going to come and tell me the good book also says be fruitful and multiply.
No. That's a different meaning. Message now.
Okay.
Well, you know, you can't be putting all your eggs in one basket. What?
Please, can somebody get me a walking stick?
No, but I mean...
I don't know what's happening.
No,
I can't see, guys.
I'm talking about when you marry, as in, you know, this is my wife, this is the woman I've chosen to spend the rest of my life with, you know. But before marriage, everybody's single until married, bro.
Can somebody please call me? I want to hear your views. It seems like I'm the only person that sees it differently because Ade is saying, are you joking? Are you telling me that? So if you're dating somebody at the moment, it's allowed for you to have more than one partner?
No, I'm not saying it's allowed. I'm just saying it is considerate.
It's considerate?
But you know what? We're not discussing multiple dating on the show today.
I think we're going to. So I'm going to pretend the producer, please. I think we should note that conversation down. It's going to be something that we would look into, multiple dating.
Producer is now agreeing, yes.
Let's look at it because it seems like I am not following in this particular conversation on multiple dating. I think it is diabolical. I think it is evil. I think it is wrong. But
I don't think it is evil, but I think it can be. I don't think it's evil. Anyway, beautiful BUBS. What did you say?
I take it as evil.
Okay. All right. So does it mean people shouldn't even help without expecting anything in return? For all the years of patience, I'm marrying the one who stood by me. That is a beautiful thing, but it's not for me. Yeah. It's not for me. Sorry, it's not for me. Honestly, I mean, it's as I said, this is Ade's opinion. This is not something that is written in the stones of time. But I just think
could be.
It could be. I mean, but I just think that marriage, friendship, a job, a car, whatever you have in your life should be adding value than taking energy from you. Do you understand? That taking value from you, it should be adding. You should have relationship, things, people, situation, jobs that add value to you, rather than go a long way to depreciate who you are. Just my opinion, anyway.
Okay. Let me move to the next comment. It says, Lena C. Okay, Ozzy Joyful. All right, Ozzy Joyful is saying, women wise up. Men no send you. Life is about hustle and the goal. No stand by anybody when no be your husband. Cause if one shankers give am small thing, ego pots. Be wise, ladies. Follow the one way they help you. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Sounds like a lot of, you know what? Let me just move to the next one because I don't have anything to say to this one. This one is from Lena C.
Yeah.
Lena C says, I am my current situation and mindset after what happened in Oba. I will go with the one who helped me. But if I should be true to myself genuinely, I will go with the person who stood by me from the beginning. But right now, I don't have anybody standing by me. So if you want to help me, stand, I'm free. And we will not have to start thinking about who I got to choose. Okay. So here is the thing. I need us to do a bit of separation.
Okay.
Love is not just material things. Yes, I like how you heave the deep sigh. Very wonderful. That's beautiful.
Wait, no. I agree with you.
Okay, so yes, that's why I said I like that you heave the deep sigh. It's a beautiful thing.
Okay.
Love is not just material things.
Okay.
Love is not convenience. Love is not just financial prowess or whatever.
Yeah.
That's not just it. I think that some people end up being, I've heard this story where, people would rather cry in a Range Rover than cry. But, we have Jerry. Let's hold on. I have Jerry from Nasarawa. Hello, Jerry. Good morning.
Good morning.
Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Hi,
Good
Jerry.
morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you doing?
Fine, thank you.
All right. Okay, so I'd like to hear your contribution. But before you go ahead, I just want you to know that if you somehow agree with Ade...
Can the man speak?
Hold on.
Can Jerry speak?
Hold on. I'm speaking to Jerry this morning. Jerry, if you somehow agree with Ade, we are not friends.
Wow.
Let's go on.
Yeah.
Okay.
First of all, I would like to tell you that this very question is quite confusing.
Okay, go on.
The person who stood by me before I was having nothing, and that's she that helps me to become something. Next to me, I will say, love is a beautiful thing, quite okay. But then you need to have what you can be able to sustain your family. Quite okay, I can give a chance to that person that was with me when I had nothing but sky. I won't lie to you. I will definitely stay by that person that helped me to become something.
Wow.
Yes, that's the best option.
Jerry. Wow, Jerry. But go.
And this is because of sustainability, as you said, right? That's your why as to why you actually make that decision?
Yeah. You see, like how what I have said, I said it's quite a difficult decision to make.
Yes.
It is.
Very difficult decision to make. But one has to close one of his eyes and let the one open to make the decision.
I completely agree.
And at that peak, seriously, I think going with what my heart desires, I will have a peace of mind. Quite okay, living with her, with the person that stood by me when I had nothing, since the love is coexisting in the relationship. Quite okay, we have a peaceful being. But one fact is, when we start bringing up family, what can we bring up our children with? If I have nothing, so nobody can say what is going to happen the next 1 minute. Maybe the tune may change, but what the cake I have at hand now, I think is better than the expected cake. It's quite a difficult one, but
It is.
sorry to say that I'm together with even my my girlfriend sitting by me.
Yeah.
Because I asked her the question before playing the call to you. I said, what would you do if I had nothing?
Yeah.
And someone offers you something. Said, that guy, see you, I am going with $1. I said, good. So likewise, let me call them and tell them too, I will go with that. That will help me.
All right. Thank you so much, Jerry. Thank you so much for this contribution, even though it seems like it is, tending towards what Adea said.
gosh.
We're not friends. I'm just
Thank you
letting
very much
know.
for calling, Jerry. We really do appreciate you reaching out.
We're not friends, Jerry, but thank you so much. Okay, so I agree. Yes, love isn't always enough,
Yeah.
and that's how I see it.
Yeah.
From where I'm sitting, that's where I sit. There are so many things that makes up a loving relationship. Money is so important, but it is not the only thing.
Yeah.
I mean, wouldn't it be beautiful that you have somebody that loves you, that cares for you, that also has money? Like, I'm asking you.
Love is sweet, too.
Well, money, that one is.
Is that how it goes?
I mean, no, it's love is sweet, oh. When money enter, love is sweeter. Okay, so yes.
So
look,
love is sweet, but money makes love what?
sweeter.
Okay, in the wise words of Davido.
Davido.
Okay.
Yes, I agree.
Yes.
I totally agree.
Yeah.
However, I still stand on the, you are giving me money, but do you have sense, really? Like, I mean, maybe how I see it is different, though. Look, I'm not going to sit down here and lie and
Okay.
say that I wouldn't, hold on. I'm not going to sit down here and lie and say that I wouldn't want my partner to have, money, or my partner should not be, wealthy, or
Yeah.
my partner should not have something going for themselves, or my partner should not be hardworking. I'm not going to do that.
Yeah.
Of course, I would not date somebody that isn't hardworking or has prospects or something like that. However, I also think that for me to leave whomever it is
Yeah.
that was with me when I didn't have anything, would be probably because this person is genuinely stressing me out.
Yeah.
Probably must be because this person is really not adding anything to my life. The person is
Yeah.
just there. And if I am meeting somebody that is going to change my life, we don't necessarily have to marry or date. Yes, we may be together. Was it not you that was telling me that sometimes some people are just supposed to be a part of your journey,
Yeah.
not necessarily your destination?
Yeah.
Do you understand? So, maybe you are the one that is meant to change my life for me
Yeah.
to meet, a younger guy.
Okay, I think you're focusing a lot on the financial aid and probably the material aid.
Because that's the most visible thing.
Okay,
That's
yeah,
the
yeah,
truth.
yeah.
And with this kind of story,
Yeah,
sorry,
it's fine.
moving, and checking the, comments and, checking what is very popular. When you say change your life, what they're necessarily saying is either this person has added some form of value, that is money, giving you some form of advice that have, given you money or finance, or somehow made your life turn around and then you are doing better than how you used to do. That is necessarily visible. So that's why I am, concentrating majorly on finance.
Right.
Because that is what people see. When you say you did change, or when you say you don't change my life, that kind of thing. It means that you have given me something
Yeah.
that has moved me from this particular
Yeah.
level to the
That's
next.
that's what I want to get into. Like, I don't think that a valuable relationship is just financial aid or material aid.
True.
For instance,
I agree.
honestly, I believe that wise counsel is more valuable than financial assistance. Because, for instance, if I'm dating somebody, if I'm dating a woman, and then I tell her that I have and she's probably making more money than I am, and I tell her that I have a fantastic idea, but I don't have capital to run it. But then she gives me, I don't know, 750,000 naira to start up or something like that, right? Rather than that has value. That has value on its own. Okay, I'm going to finish this very shortly, but we have another caller, Felix from Enugu. Good morning, Felix. Good morning.
Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. We can hear you loud and clear. How are you doing today?
Okay. I'm fine. I'm perfect. How are you guys doing?
We
Great,
are
thank you.
great. Thank you.
Great program. I really want to commend you guys for this great job you're doing.
Thank you.
I just saw your discussion this morning and it caught my interest.
All right. We'd like to hear your contribution.
Honestly, it depends on how the whole thing started. I believe helping someone doesn't really mean, it depends on, just like I said, it depends on how the whole thing goes. I'm
Okay.
so lucky to have helped a wonderful lady while in school back then. I think it's more than 10 years now we are dating. Okay,
Wow.
before we started dating, I saw her. She didn't come to school that day, so I called her. She told me she wasn't feeling fine, so I got to her place. And I noticed that she was having some health issues. So out of just helping somebody, I got her some drugs and it really helped her. That was it. Today now we are happily married
Wow.
Right.
with 3 beautiful kids.
Oh, congratulations.
That's amazing.
That's amazing.
Yes, you see, helping someone sometimes turns out to be something that will change your life. So I think I heard you, especially the lady saying that it's not necessary, or you don't advise people getting married or dating somebody who helped them somewhere in life. So I disagree with that, honestly.
Okay.
There was one day, I think there was something, I was just asking my wife, what really attracted you to this? She told me, that day you helped me, that was it. I was surprised. And today, to God be the glory, we are happily married. So
That is
I just
beautiful.
want to be great about this. Thank you guys. Just my comment.
Thank you
Thank
very
you,
much
Felix,
for calling
joining
in.
us this
Have a lovely day.
morning. Really
Have a lovely day
insightful. Enjoy
too.
your
That
day.
is a very beautiful story. Okay, the phone lines are open. Please call in. We really want to hear your contribution and also your love stories, actually. So we
I love it. I love
so we
it.
can actually have case studies to understand, this particular question. It's a very interesting question.
Jerry's calling back. Jerry has another comment. Hello, Jerry. That is not my friend, of course. Hi, Jerry. Are you there? Hello. We can hear you.
I'm with you.
All right. Please, can you turn off the volume of your TV?
Turn down.
Turn down the volume of your TV. We can hear ourselves.
Yes, thank you. Sorry for that.
Okay. All right. Let's hear your comments.
You see, your conversation is becoming more interesting.
Okay.
Like the point you're trying to hit at, seriously, I would like to say I have a short story to tell you. That
Okay.
the point you are trying to prove is quite not convincing.
Okay.
Yes, I had a girlfriend when I was in 400 level in the university. And all were like planning to build a family together. Not until she meets that same Chibozo you are talking about. And she promised, Jerry, if not you, I'd say no any man. But at the peak of time, when she meets the Chibozo that is richer than Jerry, she went for the Chibozo. I was heartbroken, quite okay. I looked at all women in the university and are same kind of
Yes.
speech that you have said.
Thank you.
At that stage, I kept like observing their story with the Chibuzo. Not until the Chibuzo now found Ifoma.
Thank you. Please go on. I love this.
I get to me. Like,
yes.
Seriously. See, this very lady, she's still around. When the Chibuzo now found Ifoma, he went to marry the Ifoma. Then she ran back to me, the Chibuzo. I said, no way, because I have another you. Let me just observe how this one goes. And my own mother now called me. She wants to hear the story of what happened. When I told her, frankly speaking, between me and God, and my father said, that is just women. I'm not being biased in my submission here. Seriously, I'm not being biased.
Yeah.
So at that speaking time, sorry to say that you are trying to prove a point, but the points are not too valid to convince someone like me. Yes. So the story of Chibuzona ends with Ifoma. Not it. You can be able to think your impression and your submission. So the young man will understand what you're trying to say, because he's trying to prove the point. I say, no material things, no money, no that. See, every woman needs that money.
I'll tell you. I'll tell you. Thank you very much, Jerry.
Thank you, Jerry. Thank you so much for your
It's my pleasure. Hope you'll be my friend. Don't worry.
Okay, Jerry, I've heard you.
Okay, all right. I think, let's just, let's now agree to disagree or agree to agree.
Okay.
So my standpoint on this conversation is that I think relationships, any kind of relationship, friendship, work relationship, even in your job, when you're even working in a place, that is a form of relationship. I think that any kind of relationship you're in should be valuable. I think you should do away with liabilities, and I think you should have more people that are assets to you. Nonetheless, and this is where I am going to come to a point of neutrality with you. Nonetheless, people should be given the benefit of doubt that they can actually impact your life one way or the other. Yeah. Because maybe they haven't learned something that can impact your life now, doesn't mean that in the future they won't be able to learn it. Yeah. That's where I'm going to compromise with you.
Yes, I agree with you. I agree with you. Value is something that you should always get in whatever relationship that you are getting yourself into. Take it or leave it. So many things are opportunistic in nature. Your friendship is opportunistic in nature, depending on how you decide to place it. Look, the reason you are there is either to get companionship or love or money or sex or whatever. So somehow you are getting something from the other person, and it should be vice versa. So if you're the one always giving and not getting, that's a relationship that you should get out of. You shouldn't be in a place where you are always giving and not getting. Also, think about it. Think about the history that you have with somebody. Somebody would tell me that the angel that you know
is better. The
demon that you know is better than the angel that you are just meeting or that you don't know. However, how do you know that the angel that you are just meeting is not going to change your life and make it better?